viewers, welcome to another episode of the Celebrity Close-Up Show on KACHI TV. My name is Lady Echo, and some of you know me as Streetwear Taylor. And I have here with me
my humble self, I am Kunle Afod. They call me Kunle Afod.
So you're welcome. And I would like to go straight to the point. Are you okay with that?
Go straight to any point.
Okay, so I think initially every celebrity out there, every time we get to ask them one story or the other about themselves, we all start from the roots. And that's how whatever got them to where they are, how it happened, how it started. So I and so many people know that you're a promising actor. And we would really like to know how you came about that, the foundation of that story.
Well, thank you so much. I actually started acting in church when I was very little. I and my younger ones, we normally played the major character in church those days. So then I was like from the age of 6, 7.
Wow.
So I've been acting for a very long time. But professionally,
Wow.
I've been acting since 1986.
Wow. Okay, so do you have challenges you would like to share? Like, were you accepted? Did it go well? I know that, we all have things we need to deal with as a result of what we're trying to achieve, but how was your own? How did it feel like?
I like that question. When we were acting in church, anything for God, your parents will support.
Of course.
But the moment I decided to toe the line of acting as a career, my mom changed her eye, that no,
That
you can't do this, you can't do this, lazy people are the ones going for entertainment. Those days, if you are not a doctor, engineer, pilot, you are not there at all.
You're not there.
So I tried telling them that this is what I really like, but as God will have it, my mom raised us alone as a single mother. I am the first child. So I just told her to continue with the younger ones, send them to school, don't worry, I'll find a way out for myself. So that was the opportunity I had to just venture into acting fully.
Because they saw you as someone who could do it on your own, or you presented yourself.
No,
as
definitely.
that.
I've always lived out of my mom's show. You understand? There was a time I stayed with my mom's younger brother in Ondo State. I finished my primary school education there.
Okay.
So outside my mom. So from there I went to Command Secondary School, just 6 years outside my mom. So after secondary school, I just thought that I can
do this.
I just can work bro now.
So you mentioned that you lived with your mom, and I want to ask you 2 questions, because I said 2 questions because I could wait one after the other, but I felt like it's something you would want to talk about together.
Okay.
So firstly, how does it feel to grow up with just your mom? Secondly, how does it feel to be the first child?
Well, I don't know how it feels to stay with father and mother, because I stayed with just my mom. So I'm okay with it.
So what's it like?
She actually did everything we wanted. All me and my younger ones, we went to boarding schools, we went to good schools. She did everything we wanted. Actually, she really tried. As a nurse, she was doubling for 2 different hospitals, working in one at Bagada General Hospital and a private hospital, so that she could meet up everything we wanted. But it's okay. I don't see anything. Well, I don't support single parenting. I don't support it. She decided that on her own. I don't know her. I don't have to feel for her for that. And at the same time, I don't have to say every single parent should go and kill themselves. But we can correct every mistakes that make us go single. That's my take. But as the first child, I am the kind of guy that loves everybody's freedom. Because I'm the first child, it doesn't give me the opportunity to send all my younger ones on errands that I feel they cannot do I cannot just come into your own comfort zone and give you
I
problems.
understand you.
And at the same time, I do tell my people or anybody that knows me well that there's a Yoruba proverb that I'm going to say right now. That ẹni tó bá fira ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ òṣùká ló máa ń gbé ẹrù lé lórí. When you turn yourself to a dustbin, people will drop their debts on you. So everybody has a problem that they are running through in their life. As the first child, you can assist, but don't make it mandatory that you must do it. No. If you are always doing it, you will not allow them to fend for themselves.
Exactly.
They will see it as an opportunity and they will always want to come for that.
It was literally me and the last born, and it doesn't feel that way.
You don't ask for anything from them. Because they did not give you that opportunity to do that. And so we have, and in my family, I have a younger sister, Anike. She's very brilliant. She, she's a church goer too. She got married to one pastor Bobo something. And my Larry is the problem in the family, kind of. He's also into entertainment. He sings and he acts as well. And Lai is brainy too, computer guru. You understand? So everybody has gone their different ways.
But at the point in their lives, they had to look up to you.
For what?
Looking up to you, Gongo, is
maybe for questions. Maybe for questions. What? They are all grown up. They are all grown up. Like, I was not at home. I went away. I've been away. I've been out. We went to different boarding schools. So everybody has been on their way.
You didn't get all the chance of, go and pick your water bottle. Let's go. All right.
You understand? So
that aside, there's this thing I'm trying to relate with that I would like to ask you. Did you get like any feeling of limelight when the time was there? Like,
when you started
when
feeling
you got into limelight, were you getting the feeling like it's about to happen?
Well, it's going to happen? I will tell you my own story. It's a way different kind of story. I got into limelight through being a crew member. Not as an actor, you understand? I was like one of the best, if not the best, continuity announcer in Yoruba movie industry when I was there. So I was like the youngest director that came up then, when the likes of Bello, Uncle B, like Adibayo Salami was directing, when Antalaniyo came in to also start directing. We have the big names. So I was the only young one, the small boy. So everybody was just looking up to me. So I started making that impact then. My name was, there and then. So when I got for the acting fame, you understand? I've been feeling it already. So
give you that touch.
It's like 3 movies at a go. The 3 movies came almost at the same time. I was in Owoblo. We had Ijaomode, we had Solu Makinde. I did my own movie then too. The title you might not like it, Patakopa. So all this came up almost at the same time. Okay. So it was a bang.
Yeah. So there's this movie that I don't literally remember all the scenes, but it was that movie that I watched when I was in like SS3. Adi Ferrari.
Oh, Adi Ferrari is not too long. Adi Ferrari is
2014. Come on, I'm very, very small.
You're still a small girl.
You promised not to say that. This was not.
Well, Adi Ferrari was 2014. Yes.
There's a message in that.
Yeah.
I would like to
serious message, Adi Ferrari is wrapped around people who live fake life. Yeah. He picked up a name that is not even his own name because somebody told him to go and take care of a house of somebody that is not staying in Nigeria. Just be the housekeeper. And he started bearing the man's name, took over the house and started living this large life, while that is the very first character I would play and not feel comfortable with myself.
Because
I
you're
don't lie.
realistic.
I don't lie. Act a scene. Everybody will start laughing. I say, so you people love people that lie. Funny enough, it is one of my best movie for my fans. The Ferrari, yeah. I would now say, so people like, people lying.
Yeah.
Look at
Tonya
Imako did Alakada, things like that. I wonder why people like it all.
It's just like that. But I believe that acting, I don't know, I don't want to say it from my own shoes because you're the one in the shoes. But I believe that acting is lying. I mean, no, acting is make believe. Make believe. Why do you want me to believe something that
the picture you have to the picture you have to look at is because you know me. If you don't know me, the story will sink into you. Of course. And that is what we want you to understand. Not me now. Not me. We want you to understand the story, not the particular actor. Yeah. Forget it. It is now that you're referring to it as the actor now. Yeah.
That's when it's not me. Okay. So eventually, after the whole story, after the challenges, after acting from like 8 years old or 7 years old, which I think I'm not serious with my life because I did not start my career at that age. But anyways, now you are a public figure, right? How does that feel? Because it's something I and so many other people could learn from.
Well, see, we have, how would I put this word? Differences, individual differences. Some known face or celebrity, let me call them celebrity, like to hide themselves so that when they come out, maybe once in a while, people scream, people shout. Some people like such lives. I am down to earth, grassroots person. I walk on the street. I move with people. Sometimes I park my car and enter down for.
Why would you do that? Oh my God.
I believe I love writing stories. And I believe you can get the best stories from people. Yeah. You have to be original. So if you don't move with them, you won't get whatever you want from them.
You get.
I'm not saying
so many. That's what.
Mekuno is different now. You can even learn from the rich people.
Those people you don't have to enter downfall to learn from them.
Yes, when you sit with them. When you sit with them. You are trying to break it that I want Mekuno. I'm saying you can learn from everybody.
Yes, that you're not.
The downfall own is trying to tell you that I'm down to earth. Yeah. I can leave this place now, start greeting people downstairs and play with people. Because I want to come here next time and they'll just wave and I'll just walk in.
Cost you anything?
Sometimes it does, sometimes because sometimes you find yourself in the midst of maybe people you were not supposed to go and sit with. For instance, if I want to shoot in the midst of gangsters, let me use that word. I won't call them Omota. And let me say gangsters. When you want to shoot in the midst of their environment, the very first thing you need to do is to get acquainted with them, get close to them, sit with them. Some of them will offer you things to drink, things to smoke, things to, but even if you can't take whatever they are giving you, there's a way you need to.
With them. So all those times now that you have rapport with them, all those times, before I go there, you said you're down to earth. Does that mean you're okay with the fact that when you walk into somewhere, people know you? There are people that will pretend like they don't. There are people that don't care. Those kind of people. There are some people that are going to be filled with the attitude like, Those people, how do you deal with them?
I like them because you won't disturb me. Feel big, you're okay.
You don't want to be disturbed.
So most times. So if you feel that way, so funny. Nigerians are very funny.
Very.
You will see somebody that knows you. The person will pretend. Later, the person will now use style to ask you. It seems as if
your face is familiar. It's like
now, when you now tell the person, yes, I'm an actor. I don't watch Nigerian films. How did you now know that I act?
Instagram.
You get what I'm saying now? Yeah, I watch American movies. I'm not in American movies.
Some of you actors, Nigerian actors, we get to know. There are some of you that are so popular that even though we don't watch, Nigerian movies and all of that, we just find ourselves knowing you.
How?
Because you're a celebrity.
You might have seen something that I have done. You can't
Yes,
just
no,
know me
I
out
can
of
see
the
something
blues.
you have done without watching your movies, watching Nigerian
if you
movies.
if you see my content on Instagram, for instance, if you see my content, it might be
A short clip
an
of a
advert
movie.
of a movie.
Yeah.
You understand? So you have seen something
I've
close
seen
to what I do. So stop telling me
Okay,
I
that's
don't watch
something.
Nigerian movies. I'm not Jackie Chan that you're saying,
Alright, understood.
and I'm not Eddie Murphy.
So talk to us about your mentors. Did you get like a proper mentorship, or you just had people you were looking up to, or people you still look up to?
Well, I actually trained under so many people, but my gas gone. I trained under Ben Tomoloju, the late Jide Ogunbade, and German Anikulaku. They had a theater company. Basically, they do stage plays. So I started from them. Then I joined Adebayo Salami, our Dakeri organization. I was with Oga Bello for 7 years. So I grew up with Femi Adebayo. We used to stay in the same room together.
Right?
We used to sleep in the same room for so many years. But I have some people I look up to, and if you notice my kind of acting, you will see similarities in us. Yes, I love Dele Odule so much. I love Eddie Murphy so much. I love Jackie Chan so much. And if you see these three actors, you will know that they are real actors and they are comic actors.
At the
You
same
find
time.
comedy in whatever they do,
yes.
and meanwhile they are still giving you their best. And if you look at the kind of acting I do too, most times I dash out some little
comedy,
just make it a bit comical.
You dash it out in real life, so. Okay, so you mentioned living, and the name of the owner of the house is not your father. So I would like to know what it feels like in the pursuit of achieving sleeping under someone else's roof. How did that go? How does that feel?
When you're ready to learn, or when you want to do your heart desire, you find yourself in different places that is not your comfort zone.
That's very factual. Very
but so far as your heart's desire, you continue to see joy, happiness in whatever you do. So, the very first time my mom would just say, go. I went 4 months, I didn't come back home. 4 months. I was sleeping in National Theatre, Hall 1, the walkway, for 4 months. Jide Ogunbade, the late Jide Ogunbade, he was directing a stage play for Wole Soyinka, and he was sick. So they admitted him in the hospital. My mom was okay. So my mom just noticed different actors were coming in to greet him, different actors. So when they left, she went to meet him and said, sorry sir, I don't know you sir. He said he's a director, this, that. My son does not want to do anything. Can he please follow you? And the man said, call him. And there was no phone then, so call him and tell him to come tomorrow. When she got home and told me, I woke up as early as 5 a.m. packed.
Did you even sleep?
The 2-3 shirts I had. I went straight, and that was it. 4 months straight up. So when you do what you love, you derive.
You won't mind even if you're far away from home. And home might even be a distraction sometimes.
Home.
Yeah, home. So you lost a colleague recently, and I want you to
not one. Share. I lost like 3 colleagues almost in a week.
How do you feel
I posted. There's something let me share this news with you. Just this brief story now.
Yeah.
Somebody sent a message to me on Instagram, a direct message, and I just saw on Google actors that died of recent. My name was involved.
Whoa!
I was like, my name died. Okay, what happened? I didn't, you know.
I don't even know if I should believe this story.
You can check your Google now and you'll still find it there. So I now looked at all the names of those that are there. They included when they were born, when they died. On my own, it was blank. So I now I clicked on that.
You know, the icon for your
Yeah, so I now saw it was because I posted about people that died. I was the first person that broke the news.
Oh.
So they picked the news and now took it straight there. And instead of them saying, I said this, they said I died. But why I went there is because I know there's one man, we call him Alpha Adediba. He is very, very. When I wrote, when he died, I wrote on my page that a library is burnt. This man is very deep in Yoruba language. They call him Aláàfin Oro. He is very deep, very versatile in Yoruba language. He writes scripts for people.
Oh, he should.
Speaks fantastic Yoruba, but it's not so popular. You understand? But I've been using the man for quite some time to write a lot of scripts for me, and we are still working on one. So I sat down and I said, I called him like 3 days. I said, Baba, I know you've been ill for a while, and if you're sick, what we need to do now is get close to you so that you can be seeing us, we play together, you will still be happy. Can you still write scripts where you are? And he said, why not? My brain is not sick, my mouth is not sick. Even if I can't write it, I'll call somebody, I'll be telling the person to write it. So please give me a job. And we're writing a script. We penned the script since last year. So I told him, okay, I will revisit that script. The third day, I was telling someone, I need to call Baba this morning. As I was saying it, somebody just called me that Baba did that. It was like, it was shocking. So there's one man too, Prince Adeyemo. Prince Adeyemo is a very good actor, a comic actor. He's an elderly man too. We lost him too. So Murphy's Own was very different because he's young. He wasn't sick, and the news just. I think I was like the second, third person they called. Like, Afod said, you must confirm. The person asked me that. I want to confirm. The person is even a cameraman. He was on a set where somebody that him and Murphy sees every minute. So the person told him that Murphy died now. He now called me because they believe I am one of those that will. Stop playing Jerry, what's all that?
You didn't know.
He now said, Otumba lo sọ fún mi o. Otumba told you, Otumba Murphy. Definitely this might be true. The first thing I did was to call people that I know they were together at that time. The first person didn't pick up. That was Golugo, Kamilu, Adekola today. I called him, he didn't pick up. Called the second time, he didn't pick. I called Igwe. We call him Igwe. Baba, he just said, Otonio. Okubi 5 minutes ago. You know the funniest part of this story? Murphy sent, what do they call the wajo in English? Trip. He sent it to somebody that collects from them, like, he sent it. The person now called Murphy and said, Baba, this one that you quickly sent your money today, what's happening? He said, well, let's just be doing fine. He normally pays late. He paid immediately, and they called the person back in 5 minutes that Murphy is dead. Murphy that just paid now, and I called and said, stop it. See how shocking Murphy's death was. But, we all will live one day. Whatever you do will remain. So I just advise people, just do good. Just be good. Murphy has gone, he left us. When you lose somebody of your mates or your age mates, you now start wondering,
if your time
shaking
is
it.
I know, right?
But death doesn't come that way. A day-old child goes back, while old ones are still there. The Yorubas will say, "Igi gbígbẹ máa ń wà ńgbà míì ní dúró, tí tútù máa ń wò." Kọ́lọ́run máa ṣọ́ wa.
So in your leisure time or non-leisure times, what are the things you like to do? What are your hobbies?
Well, I love traveling. I love dancing.
Really?
In fact, that's my first major.
Don't let me say you dance.
My first major hobby, because I love dancing.
Wow.
I feel dance is also an exercise. So, because I don't go to the gym.
Dance only?
Yeah, I dance. Sometimes I cook. Sometimes.
So what's your favorite food?
My favorite food. Funny enough, you laugh.
Can you cook your favorite
food?
Ati?
Efo.
Can you cook it? Can you
I
cook the
cook
eko?
efo,
You go and buy the eko.
Definitely you buy the eko.
The people that you're buying it from, they did not cook it now.
No, that one is
it's okay,
it's too much.
I see. So we know for a fact that you have an academy. You've been training people for years, over a decade. For someone like me who has never, has the potential though, has like the potential.
So it's the
but
potential.
I've never.
Have the potential.
If I would like for you to train me, if I would like to be a member of your training platform, how do I go about that?
Well, a lot of people reach out to me through social media handles, and I definitely reply all messages. I do. If anybody watching this video has ever sent me a message, they will tell you that yes, it does reply. I don't keep messages on WhatsApp. I'll have to read, even if it's not important. I might not reply.
Just to get it all over with. Yeah.
DMs I do. Only birthday, on your birthday you have so many, so you can reply all, but at least I'll still reply close to 80-90%.
So can you?
So when you send message that you want to add, I will tell you to go and enroll with us. When you enroll with us, you go through training for a year, 2, and after that. But while you're training, we'll be involving you in some movies.
So initially, you can train me to be the next Kunle Afod.
You can never be Kunle Afod.
I don't want.
I'm not
trying to be another person. I don't want to be another person.
Be yourself. That is the mistake
like
people make. They say, "I want to be like you." Don't be like anybody. Be yourself. You might be a better person.
Well, by the next Kunle Afod, I mean the next acting superstar.
Okay, if you want to be a star,
you can train
God
me
will make you a
that.
star. I will train you to be a professional. Okay. I'll train you to be a professional, but God will make you a star.
Okay. So can you please give the viewers your social media handle?
Every handle, just go Kunle Afod. KUN. Only on TikTok because they blocked me twice. I'm just building the new one. So the new one is Afod Bobo.
Afod Bobo, AFOD BOBO. But on other platforms, KUNLE,
Twitter,
AFOD, no underscore.
Just Kunle Afod. AFOD, not AFFORD. No, AFOD.
Not afford something.
You can afford if you want to.
Okay, so our last question that seemed to be the most important, which I don't understand why it comes last. It's going to be for every young people out there, especially younger than 18, because at that, all those times, they dream big, they like to watch people that are there already and all of that, so it will help them choose well. So what special advice, if you were to be with them one-on-one to talk to them, what would you say to them?
See, there's this simple advice I give every youth out there, either below 18 or above 18. Stay out of drugs. Stay out of drugs. It's getting too rampant these days. A lot of people feel when they go into drugs, that is when their talent will come out.
Yeah,
it's a big lie. It's a big lie. Drugs will destroy you.
Yeah.
It will at first give you ginger, but that ginger, the drug is going to destroy you either by health, either mentally, physically. You will lose it out at the end of the day. So stay out of drugs. For every young one who wants to go into acting, keep training, keep believing in God. One day you'll get there.
One day we shall all get there. So thank you to everyone who took their time, to watch this episode. Shout out to Crucifix Games and Lounge, big time sponsor. And, thank you to everybody that put this together, including myself. So see you guys later.
God bless you.